targeted that before the sellers came in and started to take profits. Week high up here, got targeted on Friday. We also now have a week low from the 12th down here, right around 67, 88, 85 approximately is where that is. So if we can't continue to push above Friday's high, we start pulling back, a pullback towards that poor low that we put in on Thursday could certainly be targeted in the opposite direction. But I don't want to fight this. I'm not fighting anything. I'm more of a lover than a fighter. So I'm not going to be trying to fight anything here. Let's take a quick look at gold and we'll get down to business here this morning. So finally, after 15, 16, 17, 18 days in balance, finally on Thursday, we broke out above that balance on some pretty decent volume in gold. We've been saying that this gold market has more legs to the upside, and it certainly showed its teeth again when it broke out of this area of balance. Remember, balance to breakout rules. If breakouts fail, you go in the opposite direction and you look for price to return to the low end of the area of balance. But Thursday, we saw some pretty decent move. We saw some pretty decent volume on that push to the upside. That was a successful breakout from balance, and those are things that we want to go with. We're still in that mode where we don't know how far this market can go. So today we're monitoring. If we're already long, we're monitoring for continuation to the upside because the upside structure still remains in longer, medium, and shorter time frames right now. Take a look at the 30. All right. So we did leave a gap down below. There's plenty of weak structure down below in this market, but that weak structure is only going to become important when it becomes important. So the breakout above balance was again good. Overnight inventory. What are we looking at? We're looking at flat. We're sitting right at settlement, but really kind of holding above value. Overnight low, overnight high might be some interesting areas to look for. Some potential opportunities is it's already set up the overnight range. Low 26.0120. The market opened, rallied, pulled back to that level, and it has not been able to breach that level, even with another attempt on Friday, another attempt of that last night. That area, to me, looks like kind of an interesting area for, again, a potential execution. The profile, normal variation neutral. Normal variation neutral usually means that the market has used up a lot of its ability to facilitate trade in that area, and it may go looking for new levels to facilitate trade. Take your deep breath, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you remain humble, grateful, creative, and centered in your trading today. And as always, pray for peace every day. Eddie, that's what we got.
Johnny. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. We're going to take a time out here. Fast Market's coming up. Yes, it is. Get yourself buckled in. Star of Market Kickoff. Nick Vertick's going to be with us. Also, Coach Dakota, star of Slow Markets, and hosted the Topstep TV Wednesday through Friday. Yes, that guy. Nick Vertick, our number 9th ranked funded trader, and of course, Coach Dakota, number 6th ranked funded trader. So don't go away. We'll be right back with Fast Markets. Johnny, I will meet you at the water cooler. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get our top step, the unusual suspects in the gate. Here we go. Welcome back, guys. Back to you, Andre.
Thank you, Eddie. Welcome.
We are open.
Oh, shit, we're up. Welcome, everybody, to Topstep TV. This is Fast Markets, blah, 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 blah. We are open. Let's go. Ooh, I like that new Yeti, Michael. See some
like this
coming here.
How about this new thing?
Oh, yeah. That looks good with the green screen. Anyways, Hogue, what are we looking at here on the open on FOMC week, baby? What's up, Ed? What's up, Hogue?
Well, different stories here in the S&P and the NASDAQ. S&P is opening in the middle of range, in the middle of value, right at settlement. NASDAQ, however, is already down 115, 116 points, opening below value, below settlement. What I want to show you, Andre, is if you look at this daily chart, look at this trend line off the all-time high, off the recent high, to right where we are now. I was really hoping for an opportunity up against that level here throughout here early in the session, but look at the overnight, traded to it, resistance. It's already taking to the downside. So if we were going to short something, I would have to say we would be looking for the NASDAQ, but it's rollover. Tomorrow we'll be trading the December contract. The volume is split evenly between both of those contracts right now in all of the equities, and it's FOMC meeting this week. So, I'm really, especially after being off for the last 4 days, I'm going to try and stay patient, look for better opportunities as the day goes on. Opening range, still inside of it in the NASDAQ. We took a look above it in the S&Ps. Here's the S&Ps. Here's the profile. Here's value high 56.38, value low 56.2175, right in the middle of it, right at the points of control. I wouldn't be touching the S&Ps with anybody's money right now. A little bit of a different story here in the NASDAQ. Value where we opened below it. We've left the opening range at the low of the session. There's lots of repair to kind of look at from Thursday and Wednesdays. Upside sessions. I'm trying to stay patient here. We've already taken out yesterday's low in the NASDAQ. So I don't know what these guys are seeing, but if I were going to be selling anything, it would probably be the NASDAQ.
All right, well, let's ask them. What are these guys seeing? Shout out to Dakota. Shout out to Nick for a tick. Holding down the fort last week as we were in a conference up in beautiful Wisconsin. So let's start with Coach Dakota. Marathon session last week. Thanks for filling in. What are you seeing today, Dakota?
Yeah, just like Hoke said, it's rollover. Not only is it rollover, it's Monday. We have FOMC on Wednesday, and then so Monday and Tuesday is just going to be a bit of a mess. I mean, that's what we could expect, right? But anything can happen. We are starting to sell off here, breaking through these 400s. I could see us reaching these 340s, 320s. We basically erased Friday, erasing Thursday. The low of Thursday is going to be right around, what was this, 19? No, that's low of Wednesday. Low of Thursday is right here at 350s, right? 350. No, we broke through Thursdays.
Here we go, catch an ES short.
Yeah.
Trying to catch up to the NASDAQ.
And QES selling off here at YM. Shout out to Cannon, just doing what YM does.
Apple's down
all right.
3 3/4, and so is NVIDIA.
All right, cool. Nick, for a tick, what are we seeing there? We got the house account open. MP's got the keys to the house account right now. We're leaning on these guys here, Nick for a tick and Dakota. Give us some trades, NQ and ES. What do we got, Nick?
The same thing. I'm going to be a little hands off. We had talked about last night, I expected to roll over yesterday. We were still seeing pretty split volume. In fact, I think even the U is still leading to start the session so far, but I'm sure that'll change as things settle in. So for me, sitting on the hands a little bit, albeit looking for maybe this new range. We basically had a similar volume profile for the last 2 weeks once we broke that old balance range where we are kind of sitting right now in ES. But you had some pretty good, a one-way type trade 2 weeks ago to the downside, and then almost a inverse of that last week to the upside. If you look at those two volume profiles from the last 2 weeks. So the question, I guess, will be, is this a new range that we are starting to establish in? We'll see, but for the most part, the weakness in the NASDAQ, I'm not kind of shocked by. I wouldn't be surprised if we retrace a portion of those last 2 weeks range, more or less, and kind of make a decision from there. Given its FOMC, given its roll week, given its options expiration, it's a great week to get chopped up. So be patient and look for better trades, as Hogue likes to say.
Sounds like we are in a range. And yes, FOMC is Wednesday. But yes, like Nick Fertic was saying, and Dakota, we're going to stay patient. MP, welcome back. You got the keys to the Ferrari, to the house account. We're going to be leaning on these two right here. Pull the trigger on some good trades, find some good levels here. But in the meantime, MP, what do you do when you've been away from the markets for a few days? How do you get back into your routine when it comes to trading it up?
Trading 101. I do exactly what the two guys, two of our top guys just said right there. Take your time, slow roll it. It's also a Monday. You're out of tune. I'm looking at, I've been out of the markets all last week. I just kind of had my ear on with you guys, and then also when the takeover happened last week. But yeah, no, it's nice and easy. It's a marathon. It's not a race. The whole line, and it's an opportunity to make you machine. That whole line, those are still there. Those are still present. So give it some time.
Awesome
Yeah. Whole market just turning red this morning.
Yeah, it is. What's up with that, Dakota? What's going on here?
I tested my hotkeys. Cost $78.
I heard something back there.
$78 to test my hotkeys
for a dusting, eh?
For dusting.
Did you guys notice how late ES was?
The sell off
on the bear.
Yeah,
NASDAQ took off to the downside. ES, good opportunity to hit the short there.
Oh yeah.
Take a look at the tilt.
Yeah, Eddie. Up there.
Good to hear your voice.
We're talking about you. Good to hear your voice.
Glad you guys.
Are we short a bounce? Are we short rallies today?
Well, let's talk about that. How do you determine? Go ahead, Nick. How do you determine that? If you're going to short a bounce or sell a rip? What? Or I'm sorry, sell a rip, same thing. Or buy the dip. What goes into that thought process, Nick?
It really depends. I guess momentum is a big portion of it. Just watching time and sales, kind of seeing who's in control. Is it kind of pacifying? Do you see more short covering that kind of gives you a reoffer to potentially sell? So for me, it really kind of depends. Another interesting thing is crude finally putting in a bottom off that like 65 type level from the end of last week, and now well into the 70s, basically shot out of a cannon pretty much in the pre-market there. So there might be some better markets to trade as we are kind of, between and split the two contracts right now. There might be better liquidity on some of the other instruments. So I'm kind of, like I said, we're going to be a little hands off here this morning, but I would not be shocked to see buyers on the NASDAQ step in, around 19,300. So a little bit lower than kind of where we made that low. Could be a spot that we could find, new buyers kind of coming in and potentially forming a little bit of a bottom to the early part of the session.
All right, 19,300 and Q. Whoa, they started buying it up at the 26s. We're going to wait for 300s. The buyers stepped in at 326. It's popped up to 377. Oh, that was about a 50
Might be
point
okay to look for a short around these 400s.
On 400s, MP. Check mark, 19,400. Short, one check mark. Where would we have the risk there, Dakota?
For me, it's just let's see how we react if we do get up there.
Yeah, good adjustments last week, guys. I know somebody in here said it was better just having less opinions. The two primary guys, whenever we have on our folks, these are our top traders here at Topstep, Dakota and Nick Fertic.
On the leaderboard, man.
Leaderboard, the real deal. Yeah, the real leaderboard.
This is the real deal right here.
Real deal.
Leaderboard, you're legit.
Yeah, if you're not on the leaderboard.
What Dolby say? Don't come talking to Dolby.
I don't.
You're
care.
not.
Yes, we're on the bus. He's like, man, if you're an influencer, you're not on the leaderboard. I don't care. I'm like, what? I like that.
There's something to that as well. There's something to
Yes,
that.
it
Are
is.
Dakota and I really influencers, though? I just think we're traders.
Yeah, you're getting it. You're
I feel
getting
like
to the
we're
point where
kind of the
people are
two
gonna listen to
opposites
you.
of that, where we're on the leaderboard, but we're not influencers because I'm not influencing. I'm just, participating and helping on Topstep TV because I like doing it.
Mhm.
I'm not out here
What about
pumping a bunch
mentoring?
of random things.
Coaching,
Nick for a tick.
mentoring. What's
Push
a better
back
word?
real
Yeah,
quick.
I hear
Better
you.
word.
He pushed
Kind of
back
a nerd
real
word.
quick on the influencing thing.
I'm not.
I'm not saying you are.
Coach Jay and I had some in-depth discussion on this, Nick. We're like, because we started off in Discord and we started learning everything, and we're traders
Order
learning
filled.
how to become influencers or mentors in this space. I learned a lot last week running the stream for sure.
You guys were coaches. You guys were
You guys got
Coaching
coaches.
mad respect for a production team, don't you? Mad respect for the guys and girls
Oh.
that are all putting the show together. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But the chat says I'm only an influencer when I threw the cowboy hat and shades on Friday.
Definitely. I saw that black cowboy hat. That thing
Might
was
have
pretty
influenced
nice.
somebody on what they're wearing that night, Nick, on what you wore that day. That was a good look.
Probably.
Saw it.
Yeah, you're out line dancing here in Fort Worth. I'm
Oh, yeah,
sure
you are.
someone was
Oh, yeah,
influenced
you
by
are.
that look.
He can do a two-step.
No, Nick Dolby said it well. He said it well. Homegrown, baby. And that's what we want to do here at Top Step. So then you guys do not, everybody here, myself included, do not get led astray by somebody who's a great talker, but not can't go out there and an executor. And that's why the leaderboard really helps show who's here, who's right now, who's seen it, who's seen it, and trading it well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we wanted to share. We had some good conversations over the bus ride that spilled over into the resort, that spilled over into the evening. Still feel
Good.
like it's
Yeah, you guys always
And-
need a.
And Dakota, Nick, yes, you are influencers whether you know it or not.
I guess so.
Yep. Coach.
Begrudgingly
we can put
accepts
this-
reality.
Yeah, Johnny's been an influencer for many. I mean, when you talk about Eddie and Hart, they've talked to thousands. I'm telling you, thousands of traders. Hey, tell me what's going on? Blah blah blah. Well, this is how and then they end up building. And yeah, sure, it's influencers maybe more for the masses, mentorships more for the one-on-one. They did a blend of both of those. So, Johnny, you were the first influencer, I would say.
Really, Hogue? You were the first
Actually,
influencer in this space.
Eddie would be Squawk Radio.
Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie was not
Yeah.
the first influencer. I'm
You know,
not-
as long as you're sharing positive views, and I think that's what a perfect influencer, mentor, coach. I mean, you can list them under all the same topic, the same names.
Yeah.
As long as you're sharing positive experiences with people that are looking for this kind of experience, and please tell me. I mean, it's like when you're a little kid learning Little League. Coach, how do you throw a curveball? He's influencing you to show you how to do it the correct way.
Now they do all have influencers. Eddie, just go to TikTok and learn how to throw a baseball. Get from an influencer.
There you
Oh,
go.
boy.
There you go.
TikTok, you go to
Oh.
YouTube.
All right, guys, we're looking at these 19,400s.
Don't even get me started on the Bears. Not yet.
Yeah. That was a tough
Chicago
watch.
Bears?
That was a tough watch yesterday.
Big Bears fan over
Those
here. Big Bears.
Packers.
Chicago Bears, my
pulled
Green
it
Bay
out.
Packers are tied. At the end of the day.
Goodness.
Rather be the
Oh,
Packers. All right,
We get some
19,000.
time.
Hey, we got we still like those 19,400s here, Dakota. We've got a guy we're trading 19,377 in the NQ. You perhaps looking to dip a toe in the water at the 400s, or you just
Yeah,
want to see how the
I
market
mean,
reacts to the 400s?
It's still valid. Just waiting to see how the market reacts. Right now, it's going to be like the zone, like 400 to 417. But we are maybe making a higher low here this morning. We just at peak first 5 minutes, we came down to these 330s, rallied up to 380s. We made a higher low, maybe at 360s. Let's see how this market reacts.
this your-
I'm not.
Is your
opposed to
3-bar
it.
reversal in play? Dakota, is your 3-bar reversal in play?
Oh, always.
I like to hear. I like to hear. All right,
I'm
MP.
not seeing anything. I'm
Nick
watching.
for a tick.
I'm monitoring.
We're listening to Nick for a tick and Dakota for house account trades. Last trade in the NQ 19,386. These guys are going to be watching what happens at the 400s here as we approach 19,400 in the NASDAQ. Looking at the tilt, nothing really showing. 64% long in the NQ. And YM 71% short. This is roll week. This is FOMC week. Oh, how many points are they going to cut by? They're going to cut by 25 points. They cut by 50 basis points this Wednesday. Take a look at Fed Watch tool. We could talk about that later. I'm sure Jack's had one eye on that as well. They're really going to do 50 basis points this Wednesday?
We're up to
And also-
63% on the 50 basis point
Yeah,
cut.
this is getting
So
crazy,
it's been
man.
moving. A lot
This
of
is
the
getting a little
banks,
crazy.
a lot of the
Yeah.
bond folks have been jawboning them, trying to make the 50 the reality.
Is that what's happening?
Make your
This
own
is-
reality, people.
Yeah.
I don't.
There you go. All right, coming into these 19,400s. Last trade, 19,388. Nothing left the tilt. MP, keep an eye on the tilt as well as I know you always will. See in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. You know the drill right now. Hashtag Fast Markets. Hit us up at Twitter. Hit us up at X. Share some cool stuff you want us to turn around to the community here in about a couple hours, whether it be swag, performance analytic dashboard, trader setup station, anything you want us to share with the community. Memes, of course, we love those. You guys make fun of us. We love that as well. Again, at hashtag Fast Markets at Topstep. Okay, MP. Never got to those 400s. Never got to the 400s, Dakota.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. I'm looking short around here. Do you see anything, Nick, on your end?
No, it's
Because
the same
it's-
general area up here. I'm just
I wouldn't be opposed to a
Let's go.
short on a break below 375.
it's getting a little jumpy, to be honest.
And Apple's still holding below 3%. Nvidia's 2.5%. I'm going to go ahead and hop into a short 378.
378, how many times? 378?
It's just 2 micros. I mean, this is very small position, but I see it set up. I'm not very confident in it.
Is this
I'd
house account
rather-
worthy? Or is this more of a tester?
No, this is
This
a
is-
tester for me. This is one
this
where
is-
if it does sell off, I'm in it, but it's not an amazing setup.
Not Dakota. I am seeing some iceberging down at these lows in ES too.
Ooh.
Nothing crazy about 2000 or maybe 2700 negative delta, pretty much at these around these lows between
Yeah.
5620 to 5618. So it
Yeah.
could be a rough bottom trying to form, which is the only thing that makes me concerned about not wanting to short 400s right now. Are we just going to kind of range day to start the session?
Yeah, I
pretty
definitely see
tight
that.
range.
There's a lot of volume down there, and I'm definitely seeing some icebergs down there.
Yeah, I
All
scratched.
negative
I
delta.
scratched that one.
Yeah, that was the only thing shaking me out of wanting to jump in with Dakota there. You know, albeit I would have probably wanted to get a little higher, but we're kind of holding that low, and we have been since, you know, breaking the opening range low or the 5-minute opening range, and kind of just hanging down at that low. So it could be a long right here on ES, or it could have been in the 20s.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
All right, just
This is
in
a bit of a-
general,
What do you-
let's put up a poll real quick. Just in general, let's take a temperature of the chat. Just see over on the day, bullish or bearish NQ. Not necessarily for the house. I just want to take the temperature of the chat, Michael. See what the chat's thinking.
Yeah,
Put up a poll. Just
A little more
bearish.
specific. A little more specific. What? Like close at the end of the day. In the next hour,
good question.
we're higher from here.
Okay.
We'll
Good question.
give the autonomy. We'll give that autonomy and empower the who's ever on poll creation right now.
We got Dolby time up there.
And I mean, tilt right now is on the fence, 50-50, basically
showing.
across the board here.
Yeah, nothing showing.
It's also one of those roll weeks where I do back adjusted moving averages inside of some of my charting. But if you look at the moving averages, I think you have the 20, the 50, and the 100. Let me double check these dates for these.
All right, it's above the
100.
400s.
Okay, 400s. Just 400s right here.
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah, the
that
50, 20-day moving average and the
19,400.
100-day moving average are all within like 100 points on NQ. So also could be why we may just kind of
I
pin
jumped into a short
right now.
at 416. Still 2 micros. Let's see if we could get some market structure to reverse in this zone.
Right.
Yes,
What is it?
making a
What-
nice run top side north. Is
What
the next
price
Hey, I
thing
got
to
short.
follow.
I got short Dakota behind you on the house account, 5 lots,
Like-
just because you're on a micro guy. And I know you're testing
like
the
it.
waters.
Fair enough.
I like it.
We're around the 11s, 19, 4, 11. You just let me know how you're managing that trade.
I like this.
Yeah, if I do anything else, shout it out.
All right, MP, what price did the house account get?
11s,
11.
19, 4, 1, 1, even.
Short 5 times. 19,411. It's a quick.
The house account,
execution.
guys, this is backing the ideas of our traders in our community. Most importantly, the ones that are on the top of the leaderboard. And there will be rain and there will be sun. There will be winners. There will be losers.
Rain or
Hopefully,
shine,
you're
Michael.
taking notes.
Rain or shine. You got to go to check mark.
What are you looking for now? Okay,
Order filled.
the house account got behind, and I know you're dipping a toe in. This is dipping a toe in for you, 2 micros, and the house account's short 5, which is a dip toe in for our house account micro experience. What are you looking for as far as like what's going to tell you you're wrong? What's going to kind of validate either adding or covering?
Yeah, so I'm watching this market. I'm watching the 100 tick chart, and I've zoomed into the 1 minute chart to see how price reacts around this zone. This is a major support and resistance zone of the last day or so, later last week. And so if we see some type of reversal like consolidation and then a breakdown below, say 400s even, then I might consider adding to this, like a breakdown below 400s even, and see if we could have a continue, maybe a move down. And I'm not looking for a new low of day. I'm just looking for maybe a higher low on, say, a 1 minute or a 5 minute time frame, maybe a test of these 360s, 370s. But this is an interesting zone. If we do start to sell off, it would make sense. It would be at a support and resistance zone. But yeah, it's like we just said, Monday, Tuesday, right before FOMC. Anything can happen. I also do like the Apple's holding down -3%. Nvidia's holding down -2.25%. That does have a little bit of an effect.
Okay.
I wonder if any of that has to do with the poor pre-order data that came out with the new iPhone. I don't think anyone was shocked by, but
What was it,
definitely
Nick?
seems basically just not as much interest, and you're seeing that kind of growth of pre-orders year over year. You're just not seeing that continue. Nobody wants the same exact phone, maybe with an albeit slightly better camera. There's just no innovation. I keep making this joke about Apple for the last months on Topstep TV.
Same.
It's just you haven't seen it, and I kind of like the market finally calling their bluff of being like, we really haven't innovated. You're not really growing as much as you used to. So it's just not the bellwether that it probably had been in the past. Makes sense why even I think Warren, Daddy Buffet himself decided to lower his position a little bit.
Daddy Buffet. Oh, I miss you, Nick, for a tick. That was well done.
They need to focus on. I'm real quick one. They need to focus on a speaker. Like, get a damn speaker so I don't have to put it in. Like, we were out in the golf cart. I had to put it in something that echoed back.
Yep.
I want to whoever I'm golfing with. I want to let everybody just with touch of the button. We're all jamming out, Caddyshack style on the golf course on the fairway.
Nick, that was a great catch, seeing those icebergs in the S&Ps.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to take a look at my chart? There's something else there, too.
Just added my short.
My good friend Amanda pointed out to me. You see this afternoon pullback low from Friday? 56.21. Maybe three points below it. That's where those iceberg orders were. And we've been rallying ever since. Amanda, that was great eyes, and Nick, great vision on that too.
That came in quick. It wasn't a lot, like nothing insane, but it definitely kind of just built right at that low, and then we just shot out of a cannon right out of it. So
yeah, then we got that confluence with that afternoon pullback low from Friday.
Coda, what are you short average price from? And update us.
416.75. I did add right here on this break right around 19. 419s.
We're still with the same 5 lot short back in your trade.
Yeah,
it is floating around this area.
Yeah, I will be tempted to close if we do break above this pivot right here at 28. 28, 29, which we might just be getting there.
There
Yeah,
we go.
I'm out. That's
Order filled.
We were basically just, I guess I sold off, or I went short on Friday around that 56.40 rejection. I think I got 38.50, 38.75s on an ES short. So we're coming right back into that area. And if you guys remember from the old market prep, or even just looking at volume profile from a longer time frame, this is like a 15, 20 point range of a point of control on ES that has provided us. Let me jump back to a 1 hour or 4 hour.
Yes, catching a bid still.
It was catching.
Looking at this, that's a lot of volume to work through, which is why we've kind of been stuck around that range.
What level was that?
Basically 56.30 to 56.40 MP.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Just the top of that high volume node.
Pretty much down there when we were trading 19,400 tens.
Yep, nice.
So it's sitting above the 400s. So Dakota, you're calling the 400s of like something around the 400s making a move. So it's sitting there.
Yeah, zone. As a decision zone. Support resistance, right? Whether we're going to break down below that or if we break above it. I was playing the short side because of this momentum and this sell-off this morning.
Mm-hmm.
We just immediately rejected.
Quick return on the poll here. We were trading on those 19,400s like the fellows were just talking about. We bullish or bearish for the morning session? 59% bullish. We were trading on 19,400s. We trade 19,439. The bulls are in control for the time being. Question here from Jimmy C. for Nick for a Tick. What software do you use for iceberg orders, Nick for a Tick?
So there's a number of ways to look at them. That in itself is just delta by price inside of MotiveWave for me, but you can see them in Bookmap. You can see them, a variety of ways. Hogue, I don't know if you have another good way if you, let's say, don't have some of that capability inside of your charting software. Because obviously we want this in Topstep X really bad. So hopefully that comes soon. But are there any other ways that you can think of to kind of read this, whether it be on time and sales or just other ways you could kind of interpret it that way?
Well, it's delta by price, and that's what the thing that I see on my market profile, volume profiles on T4, and really looking forward to getting it on Topstep X. I know we've been working towards it, and it's going to be great when we get that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how I look at it: is delta by price.
Hey guys, speaking of price,
way to do it.
The price is extremely, not the price, but the buy is extremely long. Extremely long getting up here. We just had that push up through VWAP on the NASDAQ.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I see that. We just ran through to 460, immediate rejection down to 430s.
75% long in the NQ average price. MP, what do you got for average price in the NQ? Average long price, 19,413. 413. Last trade, 437. Yes, yep.
If that starts to build, if it goes 19,414 or 19,415, and it still stays heavy long bias, I've seen this before, and we're talking about the tilt. It's rolling on the very top of your screen. The bias kind of pushes the action rather than the market's fading them.
Yeah, I did get into this short again from 430.
430 MP, you get in, boom, 432.
Order filled.
Yep.
Number 5.
Yeah, so we're there with short 5 times from 32.5.
32 hook.
80% long, 75% long.
Wow.
We gave it a good run up.
S&Ps are having a little bit of difficulty holding above the overnight high, so be cautious if you're long up there.
Thank you, Hogue.
I'm just looking to test to where we were at, like these 415s, 417s, that zone.
All right. Take a look. We watch your tilts. Should we run a poll here, MP, on this one?
Let's run polls. I like running polls. Tis the season to run polls.
Yeah.
Lots of polls are being run.
That time of year, weather's getting cool.
Yeah, it's fall, Dakota. Get your pumpkin spice lattes ready to go, Michael.
Pumpkin spice.
I'm going to be on the golf course a lot more.
All golf is beautiful. All golf is
beautiful. Shut down.
Hey, Dolby time if you want. House account. Q 19,432. just want to say long, short, if you don't mind. There, Dolby time. Great seeing everybody up in Wisconsin last week. Great team building. Great camaraderie. Vibes are at an all-time high.
Somebody asked
We were
in
watching
here,
these
are you
guys.
guys yeah. Somebody asked in here, are you guys brokers? Absolutely not. We are prop traders, a prop firm. We are not a brokerage firm by any stretch of the imagination. We do partner up with a bunch of brokerage firms. Somebody else just says, I'm getting Dakota for my signals. I am not getting Dakota for my signals. The house account is getting our funded traders that are on the live leaderboard for its signals. Not my account. I've retired my account. I am a washed up trader that is backing other more talented traders. Other more talented
You're not
traders.
washed up, MP.
I learned instead of picking trades, I'm going to pick the ponies. Find great traders. Did that back in 2010 when we created the industry. I'm like, there's got to be somebody more talented, more smarter, blah, blah, blah. I've been trading since I was 97.
Order filled.
Sheesh. Yeah. Have an account for 20 years without ever making a deposit in it. That was the account I just.
It's pretty good. All right.
Washed up. What's the definition of that word? Just
ask him, Dakota.
I don't know. You know why I said it? Because I'm starting to see a lot of these these old football players, McAfee and things like that. On their little profile, it says washed up NFL, punter for 9 years in the season, something like that. I'm like, yeah, I like it.
LeBron's been washed up for 10 years, and he's still scoring pretty good.
He ain't washed. He ain't washed.
I'm a washed big tech consultant, so it's all good.
Are we all washed?
That one doesn't hurt so bad, huh?
No,
that one's fine.
That was fun with me.
We were watching you guys. I think you saw that. We were watching you guys. All of Topstep was watching you guys hold down the fort last week. Big company-wide meeting. Before we started, we had Nick for a tick and Coach Dakota up there.
How did it go? Did you guys? I mean, I know you had some fun doing offsite stuff. Meetings good. Everyone, feel like it was a good week to go to get together. And I used to have a lot of those type of offsite meetings back in that old washed up world that I'm coming out of. And sometimes they were valuable. Sometimes I felt like this could have been an email type. Some of those 3-day sessions. But I would imagine for you guys, it probably brought a lot of value.
Order filled.
We don't work. Dakota, keep you posted on this trade. We don't work on when we get together.
Good.
And there's 100 and something of us that were there. 2 mega buses that were like rolling. It felt like Boiler Room, less the Boiler Room, but in the same industry, the trading world. Of the 2 buses, the very beginning of the movie Boiler Room, everybody's kind of on the bus going wild. We have 100 new people. Like, I think it's like 100 new people. And getting to know them, I'm like name tags everybody. And of course, I'm the boss. So I'm like, where's your drink? Let's have a good time. Like I'm looking at it as like we're at a picnic together. Like we're shooting the breeze. Yeah. I mean, work picnic. My old man used to have those at his company too. Work picnic. They're so much fun.
It was very good.
Yeah. So and then it's just like all the old the legacy folks or founding teams and all that get to know and be careful what
Legacy folks.
and then a lot of the new folks in there and they're blending together. We did a couple team building events. That was really cool.
That was fun.
All right, here comes some sellers,
MP.
Here we go, MP. Here we go.
I was trying to get
Dakota. Talk to us, Dakota. Here we go.
I'm looking to join bid right here. I joined bid at close sum at 48.
I took 2 off.
All right.
Nice.
Oh,
Let's see if we get any follow through.
Order
Also
filled.
count short.
If there's no follow through and it comes and hangs out above the 50s again,
I dare say
I should say just any level because I'm the washed up guy. What are you thinking right now?
This could have been an email.
This could have been an email.
Order
Go ahead,
filled.
Dakota. MP update the house account position short 3 right now. Short 3.
You did just short 3 now. Yeah, we scraped a couple off, and Dakota's looking at that.
Yeah, you were able to get some off. I didn't get out of as much as I wanted to right there.
You joined bid. I heard you say join bid. It was moving really fast, and I did a couple market orders.
Nice. I joined bid right at 07 and a half, and it didn't fill.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I don't know if it really would have mattered. I got 18, so it's like, I don't know.
Nice.
Slippage
Order
happens.
filled.
You put that on a shirt.
Slippage
Which happens.
It sure does.
What else did we went golfing? We drove all the way out there. Or sorry, we got bussed all the way out there from Chicago to the retreat or Lake Lawn. What place? I don't know.
What is it, Michael?
Resort.
Where do we go, Michael? Where do we go?
No. Lake Lawn Resort. We all got out there.
Yeah.
There was no drinks on the bus. When we got there, then we had a golf. All of us did a scramble. It was awesome. And of course, I was buying bunch of shots, so those mini bar shots, and leaving them in the pin.
All right, here the buyers just stepped in there, man. That was the cover.
Casual 50-point rip
Okay.
off that.
Yeah, it was Nick.
What
How
do we
about
look?
that? Man, welcome to
I'm
the
still looking
Yeah,
for us
what
to
do we-
consolidate. Maybe some more chop between 30 and 50, 430, 450.
All right, last trade 19,000. What do we see? MIP, we saw 75% long for around 19,413. 19,413. We saw about 75% long in the NQ.
Yep.
They got puked out just to see you push higher here. So it's quick right now. That one happened, Michael.
Yeah, it is. Till 69, 70% long.
% long. Let's go look at some of them. Oh, here we go. Just to recap that house account NQ 19,432. The poll 51% like longs from 432. Thank you, Dolby. 78% long now in the NQ. I'm going to tell average price 425, about 25 points in the money.
JD, you were correct. One of the team behind me took advantage of me doing that multiple times, and that was Jack.
Nice to be Jack.
What?
Left
am I
him
gonna leave it
Jameson. I
then?
left you Jameson shots in the hole.
I saw.
Every time we would end, we would leave one there for you.
Nothing like a nice roasty
Order filled.
airplane shooter of Jameson on a blazing hot day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was down real nice.
I wish I was behind you.
Also, at the pin to the top of the chat, you got the Topstep daily levels. I know I got them open on my screen. Make sure you have them open on your screen as well. We're constantly looking at those. Currently, last trade in the S&P's 5636. 5636 takes us into zone 2 right now.
All right, we're trading around these.
looking
50s.
at- yeah, stop loss is going to be right around 64 for me. 64, 65.
Consolidating in this area between the 30s to the 50s.
Yeah, 30s and 50s. Starting to chop. Barcode.
Ready?
Uh,
Man.
Longs are coming in on
I don't
tilt.
know.
Oh,
Starting to feel a little bit like Thursday and Friday.
Eddie, my man, I forgot to go to you, Eddie. I'm still a little rusty. We got to shake the rust off here. Eddie, Eddie, you didn't even remind me. What is on tap? What's on the calendar today? We're looking at the house account, looking at these trades, look at these heavy tilts. But hey, we had some stuff on the calendar. What do we got, Eddie?
We got some stuff here.
Hey, good.
Something for everybody. Coming up at 10:30 today, we got a 3-month bill auction, 6-month bill. We do have, that's about it. Double checking here. We had our numbers earlier this morning. And the thing is, I think we're really going to be holding back on a lot going on here. Even our crew, our team in the levels room and saying this is going to be a chop. So really nothing here. Really nothing to show. Empire State earlier this morning coming out to well skewed 11.5 versus the negative 0.4 or negative 4 they were looking for. But that's about it, Andre. Thank you.
What?
Thanks, Eddie.
I just never thought about it till right this very second because I used to always take off the roll week. This is roll week. Right? This is roll week. We're rolling this week. Or is it next week
Correct.
he goes off the board? Next week he goes off the board.
Friday.
Or this
Equities
one.
go.
Right.
They expire on Friday.
We should next year. Next year I'm going to talk to our people team at Top, change it to where we're.
Order
How about that,
filled.
Johnny? We'll be gone, and Eddie will be gone when roll week happens. Roll week's not a fun week to trade.
Why is it
Order
not
filled.
fun, Michael?
You have 1 foot in the front month, 1 foot in the back month, and you have people getting out, and the positions, the moves are choppy. Like Eddie's team, Level's team was just saying about Chop Fest. Chopped up guys, going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go up, and you just get caught in all that. So
Yep.
back here at the 32s, 19,430s right now, Dakota.
Yeah, I'm still okay with holding this. We're just consolidating. My stop loss is at 65, and let's just see where this goes. And last thing I want to do is just in and out, in and out, in and out throughout this chop and get chopped up. I'm still looking for us to push closer to the 400 level. However, I'm not opposed to closing some off down here at the bottom of this consolidation range.
Order filled.
Maybe I'll try to get those 07s that you were trying to get for the house.
Okay, I mean, I'm not
Tasty
opposed to these
07s.
20s. Yeah, I'm not opposed for getting out here. I just closed a small portion of it right there at 22.
All right, we got out of 2 of them. We have 2 on. Are you flat? Why is my screen?
No, I'm still short.
All right, update that position, MP. House account short 1 or short 2? From what
Short
price?
2
Order
from
filled.
32 quarter.
32 quarters. Short 2, 32 quarter.
Order
Yep. Dakota,
filled.
we are barcoding a bit right now, looking at the 5-minute.
I just had a good question come into me in Discord, and someone just asked, like, "Hey Nick, is it a good idea to
Order filled.
maybe already be not looking to trade, roll week as a whole?" And I'm like, "Yeah, roll week is already a terrible week to trade. Roll week on OPEX even worse. Roll week on OPEX with FOMC.
Woo!
Maybe just go on vacation."
See you next Monday.
This could be. It kind of doesn't make sense to trade full size. We're back to what Dakota and I think have been saying for weeks, which is, given some of this illiquidity at times, maybe just trade the micros if you really want to feel like you need to feel something.
Order
You
filled.
need some action. Maybe throw on a one MES to just to feel alive.
Or just watch the Bears game with money on it.
Oh,
There you go.
so bad.
Oh yeah,
bad.
you guys, that never plays out well for the Bears fans.
Dakota. It's a tough one.
They always do a laundry list of like the 45 starting quarterbacks we've had in 14 years or whatever it is.
Yeah. What a tough watch, man.
There's nothing more to say than that, Andre.
Oh, speaking of
Nothing
air
more to say
horn, I think we got air horn for the Dow here. Record highs in the Dow, 41,786.
Oh my.
Yeah, Dow is just chugging along here. So, hey, crude buyers in the house as well. Last trade, $70.51. High of the day, $70.60. So about 9 cents off the highs there. Gold, hey, how about it? Gold above 2,600 now. Last
Yeah,
trade,
that was-
2609. But I missed that last week. When did we crack
Yeah,
that?
that was
guys?
last
Order
week, yeah.
filled.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
okay.
Thursday
Gold.
night. Thursday night.
Neat.
We got a lot of other people in here liking other teams. So if you guys are a fan, and I like seeing your guys' name, and then if I recall later on down the road, like, oh hey, that's Tommy123. He's a Bears fan, or he's a Chiefs fan. I'm going to talk crap.
Yeah, there's the
I don't.
Packers.
This is
There's the Pack
fun.
fan.
So put your favorite team in here. If football, it's football season.
Who do you rep?
Try to remember this. 70% long bias in Topstep right now. All the traders with an open position. How do we know this? Because we evaluate all these traders with open positions, and we're letting you know at the very top of your screen, rolling to the top of the screen, what their bias is at this moment in time. This very, 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 very moment right now. All right, we're up here in the 40s, 5s, 19,445s,
Yeah.
and 50s. You have your stop where-ish?
65.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, this is just
NASDAQ tilt about
consolidation
70% long here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What price, Eddie?
No, so that-
19,422.19.
yeah.
422s. Okay, so they're in the money there. Last trade 453.
Ooh, look at all these.
Shots, bit of consolidation.
Turn-
See, a
all
lot of
over.
Cowboys fans. A lot of Cowboys fans in the chat there, Michael.
Oh.
That's Nick for Tick
America's
country.
team.
That's Nick for Tick country.
240 million just to go 9-8 and lose in the first round of the playoffs.
I mean, Jerry just can't help himself.
Jerry's cursed until he steps down as GM.
This kid runs it, right?
Yeah, Yeah, he's not.
I mean,
that.
someone not from the. I mean, any other GM of an NFL team with the levels of mediocrity of season after season, first round playoff losses would have been fired.
Get out of here,
numerous
Nick. You know how much fun it would be to own a team and be a GM of a team and just walk
Real
around
life-
and
Real life fantasy.
It would be amazing, but I can hate on him all I want.
Yeah, that's true. I would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Well, head
I'll be ready to
legend.
buy the Angels one of these days. If I can ever make a few billions of dollars.
He loves his Angels, man. I love it. You are a diehard Angels fan.
Be
Love
careful.
it.
David Tepper is giving Jones a run for his money for ineptitude at making football decisions. Different market. You got to specialize in one. Stop me if anything happens immediately during this, but a few things to point out. FOMO. I have a chart here.
FOMO.
So this is a chart of the S&P 500 going back to 1960 or thereabout. And what it's showing is all the instances of when the S&P was down 3% a week and then up 3% with the rally and what happened after that. And 10 out of the 11 times it's kept going. People think they missed the pullback and they start chasing. So something to think about there. This rally's been a little bit different in that the Mag 7 has been lagging behind. Granted, this chart, this next one only goes back to July 22nd. It'll be up there in just a moment. There we are.
Okay.
We've been seeing more breadth since the since July 22nd. The re-rally we've had here essentially has been led by not the Mag 7, which is that bottom black line there.
Wow.
Which is interesting. And I think probably a good thing overall when people feel more comfortable not going into just the premier countries that probably won't let you go bankrupt. And if you don't want to go bankrupt, Robert shared, there are AI prompt jobs. You can make up to $335,000 a year. And you don't need an engineering background. You just have to be very vigilant with ChatGPT prompts.
Really? How about that, Michael?
And where was this stuff when I
I
was a
mean,
kid?
that's everybody. Yeah.
And finally, Michael, you mentioned the golf. We did get one from Chad showing MP on the links. Not far off from the truth.
Yeah.
If you'd be holding up an airplane bottle of Jameson. But this is a lead into the important story. We are missing a 3-wood.
Yes.
Imagine it went something like this. If you know where the
Where's
rented
this
3-wood went from the resort, you are hiding it. We're going to find you.
Where is this 3-wood?
We're going to step on your hand with a golf spike. We're going to find this 3-wood.
Okay. Okay, just leave it at the front door.
No questions asked.
No questions
Leave it
asked.
there, and we'll move on. We are.
How's everybody doing in the market? NASDAQ is just chopping everyone up.
Yeah.
You still got that short on, right? Didn't trade out to 65, right?
Yeah, I still have that short on.
Same here. House
Nothing's
count, still
changed for the past 30 minutes.
Really hasn't.
right?
That's why we're talking about a lost 3-wood right now. But yes, after the golf outing, there is a 3-wood on the loose. Running from the law. We're looking for it.
Totally
Fugitive.
fine. You accidentally grab my keys or my wallet. I get it. Just leave it at the front door. We've all had a good time. Next day, you're like, what's in my pocket?
Where is this 3-wood? Yep. All right. Sellers stepped in a little bit here in the crude. Last trade, $70.43. High of the day, $70.70. Like these guys said, we found Nick Fertig was talking about this on Market Kickoff. Where we put the floor in around $65, Nick, in crude. $65, was it? I finally put the floor in?
Yeah, it was right around there. Have to look.
And yes, these guys were on when gold cracked above 2,600. Last trade, 2,607.
Yeah, we had some air horns in gold last week.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun. It was just a normal scenario where we're getting chopped up in the NASDAQ going back and forth, and we're looking over the fence and the grass is greener.
And gold just super clean, making just having a very simple breakout that I'm kind of like, wow, why am I not trading that?
Just a beautiful.
We always called that the grass is greener too, Dakota. When we're in the Dow pit, the Dow pit went quiet, volatility went low, markets would open, and then we'd sit down 5-10 minutes later, start playing Uno because it's so quiet. This is like in the I don't know. There's always a phase where the market goes just completely quiet. Guys would leave the pit and go over to find another pit that was really busy, really active. We called it chasing the money, or grass is always greener on the other side. But you still had to go over there, and then maybe that would dry up then. So you just like, by the end of it, the guys are just stuck in the same pit doing the exact same market, being so in tune with one market only. Ended up being the best traders that I saw, hands down.
Yeah.
And the ones that floated around pit after pit.
It's easy to just switch charts and say, "Oh man, I wish I would have just been trading gold because it was such a easier or a more consistent market." And then we sat there watching Nasdaq all morning, getting just as you guys could see this right now.
Was it this?
Order filled.
What was this?
Yeah.
Well, we those 65s were
Order
a
filled.
pretty important number because you're
Yeah, I'm
stopped.
going to close out of half
area.
my position right here at 22.
Let's trade.
It's
Did
the
you get the
bottom of this
22s?
Did you get-
consolidation.
Did you get them?
Did you get 22s?
Yep, I did.
Nice.
Oh shit! I did not. I thought. All right, now I'm sitting in a house account one lot short right now. When
The runner for the big one.
Order filled.
All right, Dakota, if you're flat, Dakota, if
Nope.
you're
Order
flat,
filled.
Position on.
Order
Okay.
filled.
Nope, still a couple. Seeing if here's
Still have something
there
on?
we go. Yeah, I still have something on. I have a little something.
little something,
I
something
didn't know you had
like
a little something.
Order
on.
filled.
little something.
You know what I seen last night? I reviewed someone's trader statistics. They made $4,000 with 5 micros on Wednesday,
Love it.
Yep.
and that was just absurd. It was crazy.
Yeah, I got the same froze, guys. I got you.
There you are.
Ladder.
Just refer-
And chart.
Oh yeah.
We're with you guys. Everybody
How
sees the
about it?
exact same time. This is where we remain calm.